In this video, I'm going to explain how to perform counting sort, which is a sorting algorithm with linear time complexity. We're going to keep count of each key value in this data set, and the largest number in this data set is going to be the largest index in our count array. Here we can visibly see that the number 9 is the largest number in this data set. As we iterate through this data set, each number is going to correspond with its index, and we're going to increment the count. So here we're at the number 8. Its count would be incremented to 1, 8 again, incremented to 2, and so on and so forth. Now we're going to create an array which is going to represent the end position of each key value in the data set, and it's going to have the same number of indices as the count array. For the first element in the end position, it's just going to be the count of the key value 0. But for each successive element in the end position array, it's going to be the count of the key value plus the preceding end position. So, for example, the value 1, its end position will be 3 because 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 will be 3 as well because 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 will be 6 because 3 plus 6 or 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 will be 6 because 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 will be 7 because 6 plus 1 is 7. And I think you get it now. Now we're going to craft the output array. The output array will have as many elements as the rightmost end position. In this case, it's 11, meaning we'll have the indices 0 through 10, including 10. So we're going to borrow this and add a 10 at the end. As we perform insertions into the output array, we iterate from right to left. So to begin, we have the value 3. So we're going to go to the index 3, see that its end position is 6. We're going to decrement this to 5. And then we're going to insert the value 3 at the index 5 in the output array. And we're going to do the same for each of these values. So now we're at the key value 5. We're going to go to the index 5, see that its end position is 7, decrement that to a 6. Then we're going to insert the value 5 at the index 6. Do the same again for 3. Go to the index 3, see that its end position is 5, decrement that to a 4. Then insert the value 3 at the index 4, and so on and so forth. Here you can clearly see that this data has been properly sorted. Now we are going to implement counting sort from scratch in C++. First, we will extract the maximum value from data. If this value or any other value in data is less than 0, we must throw an exception because counting sort cannot work with negative values. Next, we'll create a vector which will contain max plus one elements, and it'll be used to keep track of how many times each key value occurs. Then we will iterate through each value in data and update counts accordingly. Again, if any value in data is less than zero, we throw an exception. Otherwise, we increment counts at the index value. Now we will create another vector that also contains max plus one elements, and this will be used to represent the end positions of each key value. If the key value is zero, then the end position will just be the count at index zero. Otherwise, it'll be the preceding end position plus the count at the key value. Extract the rightmost value from the end positions vector, and we will create an output array or output vector with that many elements. Then we will iterate through the data array or vector in reverse order. Let's now test this sorting algorithm on random data. This appears to be working. Let's test some more.